Nice, 1976. The French Riviera was sparkling. It was a playground for the rich, a sunny vacation spot. But under all the glitz and glamour, a secret plan was forming. A plan so bold and so carefully made, it was almost unbelievable. The target Société Générale, a bank holding the fortunes of many. What happened next would become the biggest bank robbery in French history, and it would happen without a single shot fired. Société Générale was a symbol of wealth, its vault a fortress of concrete and steel. It seemed impossible to break into, a challenge only the bravest would even think about. But hidden from view, a mastermind was already working, his eyes on the prize. Jacques Mesrine. A name that echoed through the streets of Paris and beyond, striking fear into the hearts of many. Just his name made people scared. He was not just any criminal. He was a symbol of defiance and audacity. He was a famous criminal, a master of disguise, able to change his appearance at will, blending into any crowd. A man who lived life his own way, indulging in luxuries and flaunting his ill-gotten wealth. He had broken out of jails, robbed tons of banks, and orchestrated some of the most daring heists in history. He always seemed to be one step ahead of the police. Mesrine wasn't just greedy, he was a thrill seeker. He loved the thrill of the challenge, the adrenaline rush that came with each successful escape. The feeling of outsmarting the authorities. Mesrine studied the bank meticulously, noticing every little thing, every weakness in its defenses. He knew the importance of planning and precision. He knew that just using force wouldn't work. Brute strength was not enough to pull off his grand schemes. He needed a plan as clever as he was. A strategy that would outwit even the most vigilant guards. A plan that would use the fortress's weaknesses and leave no clues. His solution, a tunnel, a secret passageway. It was a daring idea, a testament to his audacity and ingenuity. But Mesrine loved to be daring. He thrived on the edge, always pushing the boundaries of what was possible. Weeks were spent carefully planning. Every detail was scrutinized, every possible scenario considered. The team knew that one small mistake could spell disaster. Mesrine put together a team, handpicking each member with precision. He sought out individuals who were not only skilled, but also trustworthy and discreet. Each person was chosen for their special skills. From locksmiths to diggers, everyone had a role to play, and they all knew the stakes were high. They rented a store 2 doors down from the bank, a seemingly innocent front. The basement of this store would become the gateway to their ambitious heist. Its basement became their secret entrance to riches. The dimly lit space was filled with the quiet hum of anticipation. Being quiet was super important. Silence was their ally, and they moved with the stealth of shadows. Every clang of a tool, every sound echoed in the silence. They knew that even the smallest noise could attract unwanted attention. Every bit of dirt moved was a step closer to their goal. Each shovelful of soil was a testament to their determination and resolve. But with each movement, the tension grew. Nervous glances were exchanged, and the weight of their mission pressed heavily on their shoulders. Days turned into nights. The passage of time was marked only by the growing length of the tunnel. The air felt heavy with excitement and the smell of damp earth. The musty environment was a constant reminder of the underground world they had immersed themselves in. The team worked non-stop, driven by the dream of getting rich beyond their wildest imaginations. Their hands were calloused, their bodies weary, but their spirits remained unbroken. As the tunnel got closer and closer to the vault, the anticipation was palpable. They could almost taste the success that lay just beyond the final barrier. Everyone got more and more nervous. Beads of sweat formed on their foreheads, and the pressure of the moment was almost unbearable. Would their hard work pay off? Or would their dreams be crushed by the weight of the bank above? The question lingered in the air, adding to the tension. The vault door stood as a symbol of their aspirations. Looking up at the bank ceiling, they knew that the final moments would determine their fate. The weekend arrived. The streets of Nice were busy with people, not knowing about the drama happening below their feet. Mesrine and his team, their faces serious and determined, went down into the tunnel one last time. The vault door, once an impossible barrier, now stood right in front of them, ready to give up its secrets. Hours later, the vault was empty. Millions of francs, the life savings of many people, were gone. The team had disappeared, leaving behind no sign that they were ever there except for a single note, a message from the mastermind himself. Without hate, without violence, without weapons. The news of the robbery shocked everyone in France. It was the talk of the town. dominating headlines and conversations everywhere. People were glued to their TVs and radios, eager for any new detail about the audacious crime. How daring it was, how brilliantly it was done. It captured everyone's attention. The meticulous planning, the flawless execution. It was as if it were a scene straight out of a Hollywood movie. Cafes buzzed with speculation and admiration for the sheer audacity of the heist. The police started a huge search, determined to catch the robbers. They combed through every clue, every piece of evidence, leaving no stone unturned. The pressure was immense, and the entire nation watched as the drama unfolded. But Mesrine and his team had disappeared without a trace. It was as if they had vanished into thin air, leaving behind a trail of questions and a baffled police force. The streets were eerily quiet, and the sense of mystery deepened. The Société Générale robbery is still one of the most daring and clever crimes ever. It stands as a testament to the ingenuity and boldness of those who planned it. Even decades later, it remains a topic of fascination and debate. Was it the work of geniuses or just really smart criminals? The line between brilliance and criminality is often thin, and this heist blurred it even further. The masterminds behind it were undoubtedly intelligent, but their motives and ethics remain in question. Were they like a modern-day Robin Hood, taking from the rich without hurting anyone? Some saw them as folk heroes, challenging the establishment and redistributing wealth in their own way. The romanticism of their actions added another layer to the public's perception. Or were they just thieves who found a way to break into a system that seemed unbreakable? The reality of their actions was stark. They broke the law and caused chaos. The high-security vault, once thought impregnable, was breached, shaking the foundations of trust. The answers, just like the men who pulled off this amazing robbery, remain a mystery. The identities and true intentions of the robbers are shrouded in secrecy, leaving us to wonder and speculate, making us think about the blurry line between brilliance and being a criminal. It challenges our perceptions and forces us to question what we consider right and wrong, genius